I could set up a piece of automation to deliver phosphorite automatically, but I would have to rework this, and I don't wanna. Oh, I forgot to get this thing sorted. We have some polluted oxygen here that escaped, which is fine, it gets caught by this. Yeah, this has now reached a point where it can't go any further, so we'll do this number. Of course, I can't pull a straight line. While I'm out there, let's see if I can find more iron to dig out, because I will pretty much use up the rest of the 6 tons I have for the rest of that cable. There's more iron here, so we might as well dig it up. Any other iron which is easy to reach? There is some here. There's more here as well. Gonna leave that one alone for the time being. Did we get all the iron from here? No, we did not. There's plenty of iron here left. We want to handle this. There is also here and here, so we're good on iron. We can replace what we use up. So just to remind you all, we're setting this up for steel production because we will need a lot of steel to make a bunker here. So in order to do that, I'm going to make steel production here, and this is going to be cooler for the coolant water, because if I line up 5,000 tons, well, 500 tons of steel here, this will vaporize. This is good for making cables and stuff and minor things, but for mass production I do need a dedicated facility. I never set up a shower for these guys. I might do that. Again, that's something that uses water though, so I'm not really inclined to give them that luxury. I might, if I'm merciful. But am I merciful? Am I a merciful God? I don't think so. Okay, so somehow we have 6 out of 6 here, we have 4 out of 6 here, and we have 4 out of 6 here. So we have 2 Pufflet egg left, but 3 of them are pretty much destroying all the polluted oxygen that is coming out of there, so they're probably gonna starve to death. So we're gonna ignore that, and we will go back to getting hatches out, because we actually need hatches. This isn't efficient, because this produces polluted oxygen, but not in an amount that these guys would benefit out of. It would be better if I just make a room with a bunch of slime inside, and that makes polluted oxygen. That gives me an idea though, because if I put slime in a box, then it still emits polluted oxygen, but it doesn't spread the germs out. Or it does spread the germs, I'm not really sure. We'll have to test that out. We'll have to science that. Because this doesn't seem to be... Or is it? Hmm. Is it letting the germs out? I'm not really sure. Because there are germs here, and they seem to be decreasing. But I'm not sure. How can you be starving? Your feeder is full, and it's full with stuff that you like to eat. And the smiley boy just gave you more. These things are no longer necessary. Oh, the hydrogen is moving. It is moving. They have completed their task. The hydrogen is moving where it's supposed to go. Let's clean up this because it's making more problems. Ah, haha, yes, yes, that's what we like to see. It's filling up with hydrogen. Because I've used a regular vent instead of a high pressure vent, it's going to take some time for it to actually spread around, but that's perfectly fine. Once this is to max pressure, we don't really need to do anything about this pipe anymore, because it won't really do anything more. The pipe is, however, on 30 degrees, and that did heat everything here up. I might put some Wheezeworts here to kind of cool this place off, if I need to, because oxygen will be going up and it's cooler oxygen. We'll see. Right now there's no point of me doing that. Gold of 2 tons. Yes, immediately. Ignore dupes completely. I see gold, I take gold. I ignore everything else. Because gold is useful. See how the asshole is mean now? He is looking at us evilly. That is because he is guarding his little egg here. Okay. Incidents avoided. Let's see. So, I think this now backed up to max pressure. Pretty much. Yeah, this can't pressurize further. Not through this vent, anyway. Uh, a small gas vent, I think that 2 kilograms is the maximum it can push out. The high pressure vent, it can actually push out up to 5. We're fine with this. This hydrogen is now at minus 18 degrees. For our purposes, that works perfectly. So now we can set up the refinery, and we're gonna set it up here. I'm gonna make a cooling vent, not a cooling vent, a cooling pool here. And I do actually want this to be enough water for what we will be doing. I'm going to deconstruct this part here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna deconstruct this. I'm just gonna put this even lower. This thing here is kind of in the way, but we'll ignore it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, here. I'm gonna make a pool here for the water. I'm just gonna dig this up. Why aren't... Oh, you can't dig. Is that right, Bert? You can't dig through this? I'm gonna put this one here, because we can already see problems being made. Because I am at this point out of fucks to give regarding the spilled water. So here's the plan. I'm going to let this water in after we make the refinery. We're gonna make the standard refinery with the vents and stuff, all of that. We will take line from this cable in to power it up. Once that's actually connected to the power station, it'll be just fine. Once that's done, of course, I will also fill this up with temp shift plates. Once we have that settled, once the temp shift plates are in, and they will also be coming outside of the waterline, once we have that set up, then I'm going to start making steel. As we're making steel, this will get hotter, and I'm going to see if I can though, I'm going to put in a thermosensor here. And once the temperature of that water gets to a certain point, we're going to connect it to this pump, which will then activate, and it'll run this cool hydrogen through a radiator, which I will build here. Sorry. This will be kind of convoluted because I have to make this pipeline. I will just go the other way. So we'll. Can I go the other way? I have to go through this. Okay, so we will take the pipeline here, jump over here. It'll be a bit of spaghetti, but it's fine. We'll take the pipe here, jump it over here, run it through here, then make a little zigzag here as a radiator. Then we will run the pipe. Oh, yeah. I will need to open this one way or the other because I will need another vent. Now that this is actually up to the brim, we don't really need this anymore because we only want this amount of hydrogen to be in circulation inside, so we can actually deconstruct this now. We got enough hydrogen here now, so for the time being I'm going to deconstruct this. We might use this for something, so I'm going to leave it here. We might actually just put in a hydrogen power plant here to run this instead of, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea actually, but I'm already invested, so I'm going to do that. But I'm going to leave the hydrogen line here for the time being. There is no reason for me to remove it. It's not affecting this. Now that it's backed up again, it doesn't really affect this. And these can be disabled at the moment. We want to collect hydrogen again. This is pretty much running up to the capacity. Did they ever I never let them do this. Is this ice melt? Yes, this ice is melting. That's where we're getting the water from. Should have made it out of mesh tiles. I don't really care when this is finished. You can do it at your own time. Just gonna lay it out here for you. Whenever you finish it, finish it. The same line. That's the natural gas. Cancel this mistake, cancel this mistake. That's it. Perfect. I don't care when you do this. It's up to you. It's lined up for you. You can do it whenever you want to. We're currently working on this. Okay, so they did make this. So we will put the rest out of mesh tiles. Okay, so we did break this apart now, which is good because we want, so when this is coming back in heated from the water here, it's gonna go back in. So we will only be utilizing the hydrogen which is necessary. Thing is, I will be using this hydrogen actually when I think about it, because this hydrogen will be utilized. So we'll deconstruct this. So it's a good thing I didn't make any rash moves, because I will be using this hydrogen later. Essentially it will be used to run this, so I will need small amounts of hydrogen to run this when this gets hotter. So it's a good thing I didn't deconstruct it. I almost made a stupid thing. But let me see here. I do need to run this. First of all, let's get rid of this vent. We don't need that vent. This will be convoluted a bit, but it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Let's see what's happening here. We are producing a lot of fluid oxygen, so let's make some deodorizers. You may think I'm making too many deodorizers, but they are only functioning when there is polluted oxygen in the area. When there isn't, they're just inoperative, so they're not wasting any resources. So you can always have them. Just keep them in places where you think there might be some polluted oxygen being made. When we dig this out, eventually, if we decide to do that, then there'll be removed at that point should and when that become necessary. Right now it isn't. Yeah, we still have to go further. The cable's here, so here. Not much long, not much more. Here. There we go. There's bleach stone there as well. Okay. So I can pretty much let them do their tasks because they have a bunch of stuff lined up anyway. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna handle this. I'm gonna use normal pipes for this part. So hydrogen goes here. Cools this place off. Ooh, what am I doing? And then it goes back. Okay, yeah, this is perfect. So it will be connected to this, but not to this. And I will make this connected to there. This is incredibly convoluted, but it works. It just works. And this goes here. Perfect. So cold hydrogen goes here, cools off, collects heat, goes back in, it's warmed up, goes here. If it's too warm, it cools, it triggers this. This triggers, this is opened, it lets hydrogen in, and then magic happens. I will need more scaffolding to complete this. I will also need some water pumps. I'm gonna make it out of gold just in case, although this should never get so warm that it's going to be a problem. I think I'm gonna make this place into a water lock so I can get in here and just do things without worrying. Perfect if there was a water out on top of it, but there isn't. I think I have plenty of water bottles down there though. Oh, I have some printables available. More pufflet eggs. Why not? Let's take some. Do we have any? Yeah, there are some water bottles here. They have some water in them. So let's see if I can make a water lock here. So I can enter this without actually messing it up. But I don't like using water locks. They feel so cheaty. They're essentially exploiting the jankiness of the game. Okay, so we do need that refinery here. Where is the refinery? There it is. Igneous. I'm gonna make the pipes out of igneous. Okay, and we will release the pipes here so that there's some room for temp shift plates. liquid bridge, which we will rotate so it makes perfect sense, and that's it. And that should be the system. There will also be a thermal sensor here. Which we will connect. Thing is, I cannot now avoid releasing some of this hydrogen out because I want to attach a automation wire to it. Let's see if I can do that. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna put it on a 9. It is on a 9, perfect. I think I've left 9 as a default by mistake. And I'm gonna let somebody in. Some hydrogen will escape, but I can always up the pressure by pumping some more in. That's really not a problem. Oh, I'm making him out of lead. Perfect, 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 perfect. Only very minor amount lost. That is perfect. That is perfect. Okay, yeah, I have. Hold on, lead has overheat temperature is minus 20 Celsius, but we are in a cold biome, so you should regularly not be, and you're used for automation. So you should be just fine made out of lead. But I do have to squiggle you around. Okay. So if... what did I connect you to? To the pump. That was my miss. Sorry about that. Oh. Okay, so you to the thermal sensor. If this gets above, let's say 20 degrees, you activate this pump and you let some cool minus 18 hydrogen go through. Now I did make one boo-boo because this needs to be made out of a different type of pipe, specifically radiant pipe. Why? Well, high thermal conductivity, and we're gonna make it out of wolframite. We do want the temperature from the gas actually mingle with the temperature outside. So this part of the wire of the pipe we want to be. So radiant pipes will be more efficient in transferring their temperature to the outside. So they will be better at cooling. And we do want some temp shift plates in there as well. What to make them out of? Mafic rock, which is thermally reactive. Obsidian. We have 16 tons of obsidian, but it's 800 kilograms for one of these. Sedimentary rock. We have 36 tons of sedimentary rock, so we'll make it out of that. Which is also thermally reactive. We wanted these to be thermally reactive. Okay, this will take some time to construct. But if I did my math correctly, and it is always possible I didn't because I suck at math, then this should work just fine. It's gonna be a bit difficult to see what's happening inside because so many things are lined up, and I still have to run power through it. But I think it'll be just fine. It should be in any case. I did freezers like this before, so I do know that they work. I just don't know how well it will work. So apart from this, we also need to put the kiln here, because since this place is gonna be cool, there is no point why not to put the kiln here as well. We can leave the lime production. Well, yeah, the lime production can stay here. That's fine. Princess Consuela has constructed hypothermia because I didn't make a sweater for her. Which is fine. She can deal. She can deal. As long as there are no germs around. There are plenty of germs around, but that's a temporary situation. That'll decrease because we have oxygen here now. We do want to get this sorted. We'll be releasing some other gases as well, but that's fine. At this point, we don't care. Oh, what? What caused you to be broke? Oh, the temperature. See, I made him out of iron. That was a mistake on my part. What's the... And as you can see, it didn't take long for CO2 to rise again. So we will turn these back on. Let's first deconstruct this one and make it out of gold. And we're gonna put this on 3000. Actually, to 500. I turned it off because it was catching other gases as well, but right now it's, again, we are full on CO2, so let it run. This is... Critter starvation. I don't care. You guys have... Your feeders are full. Actually, I'm gonna put this on a continuous and incubate. Okay, so these temp shift plates will do some good for a temperature there. Cable wise, we have 10 tons of iron now. Which will be used up pretty much right away. And then I still have to run it downwards. Okay. Perfect. We're just gonna connect it here because this is connected to the power station here. Pretty much on the main line, which is where we want it. No printables available. Algae, 500 kilograms, why not? This should all be set up completely as I want it to be. This is connected, everything else is connected. This did go correctly. We are pumping CO2 out of the base and some small amounts of oxygen, but that can't be helped at the moment. We will make that different pump and we'll make it out of gold. There we go. That should resolve the problem. Why is this irrigation and why is this inoperable? Because I have never plumbed it in. My apologies. That's fine. So guys, I will be streaming for another half hour. We did a lot of good today, and after the next half hour, then we will end the stream for today. 3 hours of stream seems to be kind of an ideal time, and of course, as always, all of my streams are ending up on YouTube as well. If anybody wants to check them out later or just doesn't have the time to watch me all the time. Right, I mean right now I am speaking pretty much to a wall because I do have a very small amount of viewers, which for I'm still grateful for, of course, but it is a growing thing, and I do like to keep everything straightened out in the open, so there's never any confusion or anything like that. Okay, so let me see here. I'm gonna run a cable there, and it's gonna pretty much run 1 or 2 tons of cable more. That's more iron. We're gonna take care of this and this so it doesn't create continuous amounts of chlorine. We have somebody working on slime lung. Okay, so this is now set up. We can dig this out and let the water in. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, it seems they managed to get the egg away from him without actually him being angered by it. At some point I'll probably get that pinch row out, and I could make a bigger incubator with more incubation pods, so I can incubate more than one egg at a time. Could make it here. In fact, I think I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna check the cables first. Yeah, so this, I'm gonna have to move everything further along. We're almost to the 300 cycle. This did exactly what I hoped it would. Actually, I'm gonna let that water out so it fills up a bit more. Maybe I shouldn't, because this is almost submerged completely. So I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it, because I don't want that to be too full. I want the top temp shift plates to be outside of the water, so that they can mingle with the outside temperature. They will allow for a dispersal to be more even. So that's fine. This can work. This can stay like this. Perfect. I just need to connect everything to a wire, and I don't think I'm gonna have enough. There's 5 tons left. Is it gonna be enough? Yes, just barely. That's a lot of iron being spent on that project. But it needs to be done. Essentially, this has to be wired up because apart from this, this wire will be going up to space. So there is no ifs or buts about it. That needs to go all the way to space. Let me check what am I throwing into the space right now. Just CO2. That's perfect. CO2 is the only thing that needs to go into outer space. And it is keeping this now perfect. It doesn't let this go out of hand. How is this looking? We have a lot of polluted water here that we need to dump. Don't tell me that they actually did. They actually did connect all of this, so that's perfect. We will make another of these over there, and we will connect it. Actually, I could just divert this. Yeah, combat. Where was the nerf, the norb, whatever it is. I just killed. Okay, and let's line up some lime. Eggshell to lime. Let's say 50. That should create enough for the time being. The first bunker we will be making is the bunker for the observatory, for a telescope. After that, we will be making the bunkers for the solar array. Should be like a couple of them line up one next to each other. I'm gonna put a scanner so it scans for any incoming meteor storms, and when their meteors are hitting, then the scanner will trigger the bunkers to be closed. There we go. And here is a new experience. I just banned my first person. You're not using my channel for promoting that kind of a shady business, buying followers and stuff. I do this because it's fun for me to do this. I don't care if I have 1 viewer or 100 viewers. I do this for fun. If you come in here and you try to promote mod botting, yeah, you're getting banned outright by me personally. Zero tolerance for that here. I do this because it's fun. We will now continue to focus on the game, and we will ignore such unscrupulous things. What do we have? We have oh, a gourmet and a pacifist. +7 science. You might be useful, Devon. You might be useful. Should I take him? Yeah. Welcome. Welcome, Devon. Now, you currently don't have a room, so we will have to make one for you. And hopefully, yeah, your temperatures should be fine. So you are getting your own room. Do I have? I have just enough plastic to give you your proper bed, and of course we will be giving you your own pictures. I'm using the last of my iron on you. No, actually no, I'm not gonna be making these pictures of iron. Are we crazy? We will use more perfect metal for it, which is copper. Yes, Devon, you will have the luxury of having copper paintings in your room. I will also furnish you with some carpet and a proper ventilation. There we go. We would like that to be. That is all announced. I have to put that on a low priority by default. Okay, so how is this going along? Those blasts are messing me up. I wonder what's blowing up. Those blasts are just confusing me all the time. What's blowing up? Oh, there's an oil reservoir here. Perfect. If we run out of oil, we're just gonna hook into that. That's not gonna happen. Oxygen generation is low. Now that do have a new dupe, so oxygen generation might actually be lower now. But considering all the oxygen making methods we employ, I'm not really sure that's accurate, so we'll leave this for a few cycles and see what it says, because it says that I'm just 20 grams off. We'll see. I mean, between oxygen being made by this, the oxygen generator, we shouldn't be having any oxygen troubles whatsoever. We can't store the oxygen need. So I'm willing to say again it's because of the new tunnels we've dug. Uh, okay, so once they finish this bit, we should see if this works or not. And we are making lime by the ton. We have some new hatches in here. So where are everybody? Why is nobody doing the things I ordered them to do? Probably because they have other tasks to attend to first, which is perfectly fine. So, what's the status here? We just need them to finish this and then we can see if this is working correctly and up to spec. We can start making steel, and with steel we can make the bunker. Or we can start making the bunker in any case. We're probably gonna... This will probably be the cutoff point. So we're gonna start making it here. I don't know how deep it's going to be. And we can actually check. Hold on. Stations. Virtual components are using data from the modules. Telescope. Yeah, so it should be, yeah, around this size. So I'm gonna place it here, just for the time being, to see where it fits. It's kind of difficult because it has a... This thing is actually going to be is half inside, half outside. So if you're looking at it, so you can see where the chair is. That part's inside, but the dome, that's actually sticking outside. So we want actually to have it, the dome sticking out of the bunker floor, but and then bunker wall surrounding it. I'm just gonna place it here for a time being. It should be just fine for this purpose. I'm trying to place it according to what I've already placed, because I will have to. So as far as I know, this part here is going to be bunker tiles then, so that this part is exposed, but this part is actually safe, so that they can actually work from here. And that should work just fine, in theory. This will also, of course, need power, but that's a problem for another day. I just want this to be placed so I can see where I'm going to be building the bunker walls, and the line I'm going to be following for the bunker floor. So bunker floor will probably be on this level here, if I got it correctly. It's been a while since I've actually reached the space stage of Oni, so I'm kind of not sure how to proceed. We'll see. So are you... Oh, this is my fault. Again, I didn't give them the way of reaching that, and they can't make ladders here. There you go. So, cycle 296, and we are almost done with this. Yeah, again it's popping up the insufficient oxygen generation, but let's see what the numbers are. Again, it's around 20 grams. It could be. Not grams, kilograms. Huh. We'll see if the... Regardless of what this message says, this could actually be accurate now, because we have another dupe, and he is now breeding. But we'll see if this actually starts dropping. If the oxygen levels actually start dropping, then we're gonna either turn these on, which are still on, by the way. They just can't work because we're on a max gas pressure, so there's no way for them to work. If the oxygen levels actually start dropping, then we'll do something about it. It shouldn't, but I've been wrong before. Come on, complete this. Oh yeah, and then I have to start scrounging up the iron to actually make all of that steel. I know that there was a deposit of iron on the bottom, so let's collect that right now. Plenty of gold, not that much of iron. Oh, there's some iron here. Let's collect this. Is there more? We collect all of this here. Mostly. There is iron here on the bottom. Shine nymphs. Yeah, well, let's take them. With that freezer in place, we could test out a volcano cooling. It might not be a bad idea. We're using regular copper for these wires, so let's just connect that as is. I'm gonna suck in some other gases in a small amount, but I'm okay with that. The element damage won't be that bad. It's just a small amount, it won't really matter. We're creating a lot of oxygen down here because of all of this polluted water. I'm just not letting them enough time to take it away. Okay, so did you guys connect this last one? They did, perfect. So this is now working, and this is now responding. Okay, so this is all now on a minus temperature. So let's line up. So this isn't pulling any water through though, because it says it has no power. Because I didn't actually connect that to anything yet. Because I'm a dum-dum. That's still a 9, but actually I'm happy with that being a 9 right now. Start looking for more iron because I can't make steel with gold. I mean, duh, but yeah. You can't make steel with gold. You need proper iron. There is bits of iron here. I'm gonna make here a ladder. Collect this as well. Thing is, we do have some iron here that we could collect. Usually on the lower edges where you have diamonds, you usually have lots of iron as well. And there is iron here. So there is really no reason why I shouldn't just get down here and collect it. I'm gonna need all the iron I can get. There we go. Because like I said, I will need iron. I need iron so bad that if I run into an iron volcano, I will not say it's a bad thing. I've lined up too many high priority tasks and now they don't know what to do first. They did a bunch of digging, I think. Yeah, they dug all of this iron out. They dug all of this out that I told them to. They already started digging here as well, so that's fine. Plenty of chunks of iron here, but I will be dropping the level of my oil, but can also just join all of these together as well, so that's not a problem. Right now I'm just wanting to test out how it works. Although I won't be able to do that from the get-go, I don't think. Can you just do the cables now, please? Thing is, they have to fetch the iron for it first, and the iron is on the bottom of the asteroid. And they have other things they need to do. Well, they are getting the iron. 800 kilograms of it. That's enough for 8 pieces of wire each. Takes them a while to get there then. Yeah, the message about oxygen is gone. So it's not the case of not having enough. We are having enough. Oh, they are collecting the polluted water. That's good to see. It's coming here. Yeah, these puffs are starving because this doesn't create enough polluted oxygen for them to survive on that. So they will be dying, sadly. I will make up more proper room for them at some point in time. Not today, though. The only thing I'm waiting for right now is for this to be completed so I can see if it's working. Because I want to see this thing working. But it'll take some time for this to actually get hot enough for that. Because right now it's -9. There's some ice in there as well. Yeah, another. Oh, we're going to be on cycle 300. Nice. That's actually a perfect place to stop the stream. We're gonna continue this next time, so we're just gonna wait for the cycle 300 to begin, and that's where we're gonna end it today. So to recap, we let another dupe in. All of our systems are still working perfectly. We solved the CO2 problem, and we put it on an automation so that we can forget about it. When this gets over, this turns on. We pump the CO2 into the outer space. There are some temperature regularities here which we don't really care about because they don't matter. We have over 600,000 calories of food. Uh, we are getting hatches. We adopted a poke shell who didn't try to kill us yet, which is good. And we have set up a fridge here. Now I say a fridge, but it's actually a cooler running on hydrogen. which, if I did everything correctly, should be completely automated. So it runs so that we can have the steel refinery working constantly without worries about anything being overheated, and then we will be using that steel to oh, that's what the blasts are, the meteors. Well, at least I know. So plenty of iron on top from those asteroids. Well, at least I know what the blasts are coming from. I completely forgot about that these things happen and actually make noise. And we've started working on the space part of the whole base, that being the bunkers here. Stop exploding while I'm talking. And that's pretty much it. Another successful stream, another successful day in Oni. As I've mentioned before, on Wednesdays we will be playing some more Shipbreaker, and on next Sunday we are back in this base where we'll actually finally see this refinery working. Oh, no, some sandstone, nice. We will have see this refinery working, and we will be starting on the bunker. I also might start to dig up the asteroid completely, although I haven't really decided yet. Doing so isn't really relevant. It just, if you want to create a massive warehouse of items, you can do it. It doesn't really matter, but you will be ruining biomes by doing so. So I'm not really decided if I'm going to be doing it or not. I might start planting the waterweed, since we did find uh, did find saltwater geyser, and we'll see what else we can start with. So everybody, thanks for everybody who came to join me today. I will see you next Sunday, and everybody have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next time.